I want details, and I want them right now. I don't have a job. I have no place to go. You're not in the mood? Well, you get in the mood.
I'm too old. I'm too tired. I'm too fucking blind. If I were the man I was 5 years ago, I'd take a flamethrower to this place.
Ruffy, what are you doing in here?
Ruffy Bob!
Yeah, what is going on? Oh my God, I'm digging these intros. I'm digging those intros, guys. So, I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. What did you guys think of that ending? I know this is a late review, but I mean, come on, better be late than never, you know? I'm gonna miss The Walking Dead. It kind of got me back into it. Like, even though like a lot of the main players aren't there anymore, but the one that's keeping me, you know, hope alive and strong is Daryl. Now, if Daryl goes, and oh man, they're gonna want to tank the rest of the show, because that's really what's gonna freaking do it. If Daryl goes, that's it. It's a wrap. But it started off with, in the aftermath of the Whispers and Alpha pretty much laying down the hammer, putting all the heads on spikes and showing those people where they can't step foot. And I tell you, it must have been hard. Apparently, throughout the show, it shows that there's been some hardship between the King and Daryl. Now, they made it seem like, I guess the King blames Daryl and Carol, which is kind of messed up. I don't understand why. But, I mean, they have no choice. But anyway, it starts to be like kind of interesting, because I don't think I've ever remembered watching The Walking Dead when there was snow. Like, that was pretty interesting to watch. Like, I wonder if they did it in a way to like copying Game of Thrones, which is coming out pretty soon, and the whole White Walkers, and they're gonna be like treading in the ice, I'm pretty sure, pretty soon. And stay tuned for that first review on that, because I'm a big Game of Thrones freak as well. So winter is there, and they got to try and get some shelter. And I guess the humanitarian thing to do is to get Negan out of his cell, because he will die there. And they bring him along. And throughout the whole, process, they end up going into his old place and the sanctuary, and that place isn't up to par. And then they have to move somewhere else. But it ended up that they had to cross over Alpha's territory. And they made it seem like they would never know, like Alpha would never know. But then again, how would she not know when Daryl's like walking across, the snowy area, apparently like chopping off the heads and of the walkers that they have chained up? Like, wouldn't they know, oh, somebody's been through here because the head's chopped off? And then they make it to the location, but in the middle of that, Judith, right? That's her name, Judith. She runs off to look for Daryl's dog, which I thought he gave the dog to somebody else to watch. Oh no, she might have been gone. But I don't know why this dog keeps running away. Maybe he's trying to look for Daryl. And out of everybody, Negan runs after them. Not runs after her, And he pretty much saves her. He gets hurt in the process and has to, tie up his leg. And he takes her back along with the dog. So it might be the beginning of, I guess, his atonement in a way, maybe. Or, to lead off into the next season where is going to end up Negan going against Alpha, and you're going to need a psychopath to take down a psychopath. So that's going to be pretty interesting. And they make it to the spot, and they make it like nice and happy with everybody doing snowball fights. And this one scene with Alpha, I don't know, I'm doing it kind of late, so I don't remember very well. Maybe she found out that they were crossing on her property, and I guess this guy Beta, or she makes Beta like whip the hell out of her, I guess, to make her not feel no pain. And if you didn't know that Alpha was psycho ass, you know now. You definitely know. You definitely know that she's gonna be a very troublesome foe for these guys in the next season. And then at the end, throughout the beginning, and you know, you hear the king have his little dialogue, and he tries to like bring hope. And I'm pretty sure this is like a time jump or a time skip. And then at the end, you hear, I believe, a female's voice on the radio that the king was talking on. And I couldn't tell who it was. Maybe it was Maggie, or maybe just another random person, or maybe it could be I forgot her name. The lady that was part of the Dumpster family. You know, that apparently helped Rick escape. And if that's the case, then next season should be pretty interesting. Maybe she'll show up and let them know that Rick was taken away, and they'll have like a second hope. But then that might just lead to, like, I'm pretty sure Michonne's going to want to leave the show to try and find them. And then boom, that's one of the cast members gone from the show without having to, you know, off them, you know. They might use that as a way of removing people and giving them time off so that they can pursue something else while keeping them alive to return. I mean, they could have used that with a whole bunch of other characters. Even though he was an asshole, I had a love-hate relationship with Merle, Daryl's brother in the show. But he had to go. But maybe they could have done something with him where they exiled them and probably bring him back later. But yeah, guys, that's how it ended off. And that I hope it brings up big things for next season, season 10. Best believe I'm going to be doing a review on that. And I can't wait to do reviews for Game of Thrones. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to check me out on Podbean, where I do my podcast on random topics like this. I have an angry caller that calls in every now and then, and he likes to leave his 2 cents. And that seems to be probably an everyday rant. He needs to get it out. And plus other topics. I do a couple of other reviews on shows. So make sure to check that out. Pretty soon I'll have a little interview with an indie wrestler that I've known for quite some time. And we'll have a discussion about his plans, what he's done, how he's done in his business. So stay tuned for all that. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that subscribe button and the notifications button. That's just as important, because without that notification button, you won't know when I upload videos. So without further ado, guys, I appreciate your time. Muchas gracias. And you take care. Peace.